Hey everybody, it is a Feel Good Friday on the Fan Sports Network. Greetings and salutations from the Finley Hyundai Studios. It is The Drive, kicking off your Easter weekend, talking sports. Devin, Dixon, Paul Ratliff, Tara Atkin. Tara is going to push all the buttons and keep Paul out of trouble today, and we're going to get after it, right, Paulie?
Mm-hmm.
Paul, he's already getting a drink of water. He's clearing the nasal passage.
The throat.
He's fired up. He's fired up today. We've had a spirited pre-show discussion. We've already been throwing jarbs back and forth. So this should be a very lively show. We got a lot from last night to actually recap.
Yeah.
And the local scene was hopping last night. If you went to a high school last night or you went down to the university last night, there was games all over the valley. I mean, everywhere from soccer to baseball to softball. Utah Tech baseball was. Did you see what happened last night?
I did. Yeah, they beat Sacramento State.
Baby. Oh, what a comeback!
Yeah.
Gritty comeback to win their WAC opener last night. And you know why one reason I was really glad Utah Tech baseball won last night? We won't have to worry about the game day managerial jinx on The Drive. I've had over the years skippers that have come on the show and then they've lost that night. And then they'll want to come on the day before the game or the day after the game. You know how baseball players are probably the most superstitious of any sport, whether it's coaches, players. Don't you think that's the case? Baseball players are pretty superstitious.
Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah. So I didn't want to jinx Coach Fate because he was gracious enough to join us yesterday before the series started last night, and 7-6 win. Nice effort. I watched the middle innings of this game last night as I was bouncing around, and when I left the TV set, I think they were down 6-5, and so I missed the comeback later innings there, but some heroics. You gotta love it, baby. It's always nice to win the first of a 3-game set. There was no fireworks like we saw Wednesday night at Snow Canyon Dixie, Paulie. That was not the case last night. We had, grand slam walk off. No, he didn't. It was a balk. We had 3-run home run, the bat flip. He's ejected. We had, all kinds of theatrics, all kinds of twists and turns. You couldn't have scripted the game Wednesday with Dixie winning 13-11 in extra innings. But last night, Snow Canyon meant business. They were. I think they came to the park mad, looking for some revenge.
Yeah, absolutely. They took it out on the Flyers last night for sure.
Yeah, and Trent Chris. Really good pitching performance for the Warriors. 8-1 the final. And for Trent Chris, I think he was 1-0 going into the game last night. He goes 6 innings of 1 hit, 1-run ball. Struck out 12 Flyers.
Pretty impressive. So
you combo Trent Chris with a really good pitching performance, and then plenty of firepower at the plate. McGavero goes 2 for 4. Vaughn goes 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Just plenty of firepower up and down the lineup. So Snow Canyon gets a little payback and splits the head-to-head home and home after the fireworks show we saw on Wednesday night.
Okay.
There was a thrilling baseball game last night, too, with Pineview and Desert Hills. That one was the game last night, as that one was 5-2 Pineview early. Desert Hills comes fighting back, ties it up. Then it was tied 7-7, and then Desert Hills finds a way to split that home and home as they win 8-7.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen Pineview's the one team I'm really excited to see because I thought they would be much improved this year. Yeah. And I think they proved that by splitting with Desert Hills.
Yeah, that's a big split. Obviously, Desert Hills was kind of the cream of the crop in the region in the early season and the non-region play. They got off to that really hot start and really haven't really cooled down except for against Crimson and now Pineview. So this is kind of interesting to see the Desert Hills Thunder kind of come back to earth a little bit, and Pineview, Crimson, some of these other teams, Snow Canyon, rise up. So it's pretty cool.
Cedar is the league leader now. They beat Hurricane last night, so they are in first place. And Cedar and Coach Larson, they were predicted 6th or 7th, depending on how you voted in the media and coaches combined poll.
Yeah.
And this has been a great story. Now, obviously a lot of games to go against a lot of big teams, but I think the region is better as a whole, maybe even top to bottom, stronger than it was last year, if my early implications are correct, if I'm believing what I'm seeing on the diamond. And I don't know who in the heck's going to win the Region 9 title. If everybody's going to split, I mean, we could be beating up on each other all year long like we do in some other sports, Paulie.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's going to be super competitive down the stretch. There's just so many teams that can make a run in the state. We saw Crimson, a low-seeded team last year in the state tournament, go all the way and win the whole thing. So it just depends which team is hot heading into the state tournament. I really think that that's a big thing. Who's playing the best at the time of the tournament? Because all these teams are super talented. So it's from top to bottom, there's just a ton of talent in this region.
Yep. 7-5 the final in that other game it was Cedar Downing. The Hurricane Tigers came back and tied at 5-5 in the later stages of that game, though. I know Hurricane is now 0-3, but I still think that is a much improved 0-3 team. They were really close, and Cedar is scrappy. I mean, they beat Dixie and swept them, and now they've followed it up with a road win in H-Town at the Tigers Den. So I'm excited. I know we're going into the Easter break. The kids are out of school. We got no baseball this weekend, but I'm excited for the next 4 or 5 weeks. It's going to be action-packed. Week to week, series to series. Cannot wait for that. I mean, looking forward to get back in out of the yard. Tara texted us yesterday. She felt like she was missing out. She missed the game on Wednesday.
Kicked in big time. Yeah.
And I was sympathetic to that because Paulie and I were out at Snow Canyon, and that just got my whistle wet for what I think is going to be a tremendous Region 9 baseball season. We're already seeing some stellar things, and I think more is coming, I think, around the corner. So those scores, wanted to pass those along. And again, shout out to Cedar. They go into Easter break feeling as good as anybody right now. Now, they had the one game canceled. They'll have to reschedule it against Hurricane in Cedar. That'll be April 9th.
Yeah.
Okay.
April 9th, they've rescheduled that game. So
I think I do want to make that bet with you. We talked about pre-show about Mendoza game 1. I do. Let's do that. I'm reading some stuff here.
Oh, boy.
No, I'm seeing a source right now say not using the rookie starter immediately is the plan.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So let's make the bet.
Tell me what source is
Yahoo
that?
Sports.
Yahoo Sports.
Yahoo Sports.
Oh, my
The
goodness.
sentiment makes it clear. It seems Cousins will open the 2026 NFL season as the Raiders starter.
So pre-show, let me give some context to this. Pre-show.
I was stewing on this.
I said,
let's make the bet.
Well, let's go back to yesterday.
Okay.
Yesterday, I loved the trade for the Raiders.
Yeah.
Paul pooped on it. Like,
it's not a trade, first off. It's a free agent signing.
Yeah,
so.
bringing in Kirk Cousins.
That's right.
You were, this is horrible. This is dumb. What are they doing? You hated the move.
I don't know that I hated the move. I said if they start in week 1, it's a disaster.
No, you hated
for the Raiders.
move. You hated the move. You argued everything was bad about it.
I know. If it stunts the development of the number 1 overall pick, it is a bad move, yes. And it looks like that is their plan, to start Kirk Cousins game 1.
They haven't even drafted Mendoza. There is no plan.
Kubiak's quote, ideally, you don't want him to start from day 1. You'd love to have him learn behind somebody. That's in a perfect world. It doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes they have to play from day 1, but it's our job as coaches to get them ready to go. I think it does help the player if they can sit behind a mature adult and watch how they run the show. Pretty much everything you were saying pre-show, just out the window. So let's make the bet. You were so confident. Let's make the bet.
I'm confident Mendoza starting week 1.
Okay, let's make the bet.
Do you think Mendoza is deserving of the number 1 pick?
Yes.
Do you think he's clearly the best quarterback?
Yes.
So then why would he not start week 1?
Because they brought in this guy. I said that's why I hated the move. It's a disaster.
Paulie, when was the last time a number 1 pick didn't start?
2003.
Oh, it's been 23 years?
Yes.
Wow. So Kubiak's going to come into the Raiders room, and he's going to play the worst quarterback. He's gonna look at these guys right now before the season, say, you know what, Kirk Cousins, I have a relationship with him. I was his offensive coordinator in Minnesota. I know this guy. I'm gonna start him over Mendoza. Has he even got drafted? You don't know that.
I mean, I know they're going to take him.
Just because some dumb writer heard Kubiak say that's an ideal situation, it doesn't always work out that way. I think you lost that part of the quote. It doesn't always work out that way.
Yeah, it doesn't always work out that way.
Yeah.
But it seems as if the plan and the sentiment as of now.
There is no plan. You don't have a plan to name a starter today. That is not the plan. You haven't even drafted the quarterback. We got to wait till after the NFL draft.
Why do you sign Kirk Cousins? Why not just roll with Aiden O'Connell?
Because Kirk Cousins is better than Aiden O'Connell.
Okay.
Aiden O'Connell sucks.
Does Aiden O'Connell have a chance to start?
No. With the old
does
coach,
Kirk Cousins have a chance to start?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he does.
And then that's why I don't like the move.
He does.
That's why I don't like the move.
I love the move for how cheap you get him. You basically get him for the minimum. You give him a $10 million roster bonus 3 days after the season. I guarantee you're not paying him that $10 million if you're the Raiders. There is no plan next year to pick that up.
That's fine.
Unless he starts the whole season and Mendoza is the biggest number one flop of all time.
But we won't even know. We won't know if Mendoza's a flop because he's not going to start game one. Let's make the bet.
Nope, not going to do it.
You're scared.
Nope, not scared at all.
Running scared.
Nope.
Just like the SUU bet you lost.
I offered the bet to you.
That's right.
And you denied it. And then you read one article and change your mind.
I started doing some research.
Say no.
Okay.
You
back out. You back out.
Yep. Just like you do every day.
All right.
Yep. All right. I love this debate, though. Let's keep going.
That's why I steered into it, because I thought that was a little flat to start, and I wanted to rev you up here, and I knew this would. So,
Mendoza is 100% the number one pick in the draft. There is no bones about that.
Yes. I don't think I'm disputing that. When did I ever dispute that?
Kubiak is pretty smart, guy. His dad was an NFL coach. He just happened to win a Super Bowl with the best team in the NFL.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to say all the right things. But Mendoza, as long as he's ready, he's going to start.
Well, no caveats. No, as long as he's ready.
What if he's not ready?
Well, see, that's
now
that's the hole in your argument. That's the bailout plan for you.
That's why you bring Kirk Cousins in. You mentor him, and you have an insurance policy.
Kirk's starting game one just because Mendoza's not ready. I didn't know he wouldn't be ready. You're saying Mendoza's going to start no matter what. Not if he's not ready or any of that BS.
I could be wrong.
You could be wrong.
So could you.
I think you will be wrong.
So could you. And I think you will be wrong.
Let's bet.
Absolutely not.
That's right.
All right. I'm not falling into your stupid
running
trap.
Running scared is what I'm thinking here.
No, you running scared until you read some Yahoo story.
I know.
And now you're acting like a Yahoo trying to lure me into this thing, and I'm not going to fall for your stupid bait.
All right.
I can't believe you don't like Kirk Cousins. Like, I was blown away yesterday with your take. It was probably one of your worst takes I've ever seen.
Okay.
100% worst take I'd ever seen.
Okay.
I mean, oh my gosh, did you listen to any radio all day long yesterday? You were the only one in America that was poo-pooing on the Raiders signing Kirk Cousins.
If he starts.
No,
I said if he starts.
No.
I maintain that.
No, you hated it from the jump. You gave more reasons than that. Now you're hanging on to that.
No, it's if he starts.
It's your only thing you can hang on to here.
Okay, but he's going to start, so I'm going to be right, and that's going to be the ultimate disaster for the Raiders.
You've never been wrong before.
Oh, I've been wrong.
No, you haven't. You're always right.
Yeah, okay.
You just said you're going to be right.
I know. I will be right on this one, but I've been wrong before.
Tara, is Kirk Cousins going to start week 1?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Mendoza's going to start.
I hope not, anyway.
Yeah, Mendoza's going to start.
All right.
Just because Kubiak says all the right things, you're reading way too much into this signing. This is a cheap way to get a veteran quarterback to be a good locker room presence. He's been with Kubiak in Minnesota. He knows his offense to a certain extent. It got better in Seattle. He also, has a guy that, if needs be, like what happened to Michael Penix, can come in at the end of the season and still play competitive football at his age. Like, I don't know why you're so hung up on your taking the number 1 pick and hate this move. It makes no sense. You're the only guy in America that hates this move. I mean, do you think Mendoza is scared? If he's scared, he shouldn't be the number 1 pick. He ain't scared. He should be excited.
Yeah.
I bet you ask Fernando, he'd be like, heck yeah. You know how shucks, this is great, Paul.
Yeah, he's probably excited.
I'd like to thank God and Mr. Kubiak for getting a mentor for me and Kirk Cousins. Woo!
That's right.
You know how he talks.
I do.
Come on now. Only guy in America pooping on this signing. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Right out of the gate, ladies and gentlemen. Prediction Paul just changed his course.
That's right.
Doesn't want to report the local scores. Wants to lure me into a sucker bet because he doesn't like Kirk Cousins. You want to know why he doesn't like Kirk Cousins? I don't know. Maybe he played for Washington, his whole team, and he didn't stay long enough to win a title.
He was good for us.
I didn't win a title. Are you mad about that? Like, I'm trying to figure out why you don't like Kirk Cousins.
He's 37, coming off an Achilles, and he's going to start week 1. That's a big problem. So if you don't see that as a problem, then you're glazing over this whole thing.
Who said he's going to start week 1?
Kubiak.
No, he didn't.
He said ideally he's going to want to start him.
Ideally being the key word.
Yeah.
You're reading what you want to read into this story. He's saying all the right things. He just signed the guy. Okay? He hasn't even drafted the other guy. He hasn't even seen Mendoza throw at Raiders camp yet. You're way out in front of this one.
Yeah.
A lot can happen. A lot can happen.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you could be wrong, except for I'm saying you could be wrong.
Yeah.
Because you're always wrong. Hot take. Here we go. Oh, it's going to be a good show, ladies and gentlemen. Paulie and I are fired up. It's a feel-good Friday. It's Easter weekend. We got a lot to get to. We've got Final Four predictions today. Let's go. Let's get that theme music fired back up. We'll be picking winners for you later on in the show. Paulie, is your champ still alive?
No.
Since you're always right.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, who was your champ again? Oh, the Florida Gators, the first number 1 seed to lose out of the bracket.
That's right. But it's going to be all so painful when Arizona loses so close for you.
Yeah.
At least I had some time to come to grips with the loss and my bracket being up in smoke. Yours will be up in smoke on Saturday when Michigan crushes Arizona.
Wow, I hope you're recording that. The hot, I don't know if it's a hot take or just hot air in the studio right now. Somebody go turn the AC on in the building. We've got lots to talk about from last night. I was going to get into this before Paulie hijacked the segment with Knights and Mammoth. So we'll come back and we'll recap last night on the ice because there was some pretty cool stuff happening between Seattle and Utah and then Vegas. Torts. Can he win again? Yes, he can. You going to poop on Torts today too?
No, not today.
Okay. We'll be back in a flash. This is The Drive. Hey, welcome back, everybody. It is the Drive Show today, brought to you by our friends at Game Day Men's Health. Game Day Men's Health, standing by to help guys out there look and feel their best. If you want to look better, you want to feel better, go see our friends at Game Day Men's Health. Always offering you a free testosterone test, FREE, free. You need to know your T levels. You get 40, 45, 50 and older. Your T drops as you age. And if you want more energy at the gym, more drive in the bedroom, go see our friends at Game Day Men's Health and reclaim your game. They're also doing that transformation, that 45-day transformation. You can get some free vitamins and a lot of benefits. It's a big package that will really evaluate where you're at, and they'll create a plan for you moving forward. So go check that out right now. They've got that special for under $300. You get a 45 body transformation and free vitamin shots. Call for details. Game Day Men's Health, and reclaim your game. And you can call them or text them. I love the text option, ladies and gentlemen. 435-265-4223. Call or text for your free T-test and ask about that 45-day transformation program. 435-265-4223. Or you can visit GameDayMen'sHealth.com/St. George. Busy night on the ice last night.
Yeah.
And I was jumping around. I was working my remote control. My dog chewed my Roku remote control in the front room.
Oh, no.
That's no good.
Benny had he thought it was a chew toy. He's still a pup. And so what I realized is that I can still make it work, but like all the buttons are gouged out. So you got to like put your, like to enter the station. Yeah, my thumb has to go all the way.
There you go.
And then last night, there was games on ESPN Plus that I want to watch, like the Knights, Kraken, all the NHLs on ESPN Plus. But I was locked in a little bit to some of the college hoops. I was watching a little bit of the golf. Then I was watching the Utah Tech baseball. So I was going back from ESPN Plus, YouTube TV frequently last night.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sick of that. It takes I want to be able to push the back button and just have it go back to the last station I was watching.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I was missing my satellite TV last night.
Right, I miss those days, too.
Oh, it's driving me nuts. I was missing 30, 40 seconds just trying to get back to the other channel.
Yep.
That's right.
That's a problem. Somebody going to figure out a way to fix that? How are we going to fix that?
Universal remote.
A universal remote.
Yeah. They got to make an app-changing remote.
Yeah.
That's what they got to make.
They do.
Yep.
They don't have that? Maybe they already made one.
I don't know.
We haven't looked it up.
There used to be a universal remote that would control old TVs, speakers, all with one remote, but I don't think they have an app, the one that switches your TV's main interface.
Look at you go, Techno Paul, like you're breaking it down.
Trying to help you, trying to solve the world's problems.
You are rocking a Mammoth hat.
Yes.
Today. And
right.
The Mammoth went to Seattle. Seattle had beaten them the two prior head-to-head matchups this season.
I don't think so.
No, Mammoth.
Or Mammoth had
one.
Did they split?
No, Mammoth beat us all
won
3
the
times.
season series 3-0.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mammoth won all 3?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. No wonder Tara liked Seattle yesterday. They were playing the do theory.
Yes.
Yeah,
she was
they were
playing the
due.
do theory.
You were playing the do theory.
She lost.
Yeah. There was some sneaky nice goals last night for the Mammoth.
Yeah.
There was.
They turned a close game into kind of a blowout late in that thing. They just kind of full on assault, like just coming alive down the stretch. It was kind of a similar storyline in Vegas last night against Calgary too, where Vegas was down 1-0 and they tied it, and then they were down 2-1 and they tied it, and then they were down 3-2 and they tied it, and then they go on to win 6-3.
Yeah.
And here's kind of a similar scenario when you're teams fighting for playoff positions right now. You need every win you can get.
Yeah.
I don't want to see the Mammoth and the Knights in the first round though.
I don't think you're going to see it.
I hope not. I want to see that potentially in the second round if they can both win a series. Then I would be happy with that. Because I think for one of those teams that would lose in the first round, the season would be a big disappointment.
Yeah.
So I'd rather just dodge that matchup in the first round altogether.
Yeah, it'd be nice not to have it. And you're not going to get it. It'll be a Pacific Division team.
Probably Edmonton and Vegas.
In the Pacific. So it's going to be the Ducks.
Yeah, and
most likely for the Mammoth.
For the Mammoth.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the Knights.
The Ducks and the Oilers are tied.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. That Draisaitl injury looms large, I think, for Edmonton.
Yeah.
He's out for the season.
Yeah, that's a big blow.
That's a huge blow.
Yeah.
I mean, he is Robin to McDavid's Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So that is a huge loss. Let's get you a couple highlights from last night. Let's go to the Vegas game. This is down at the Fortress last night. Here's a nifty little goal late in the game to kind of seal the victory.
Minutes left. Out high Marner over to the 4-point night. Looking. Wraparound chance. Score! What a goal and what a night. Mitch Marner with a hat trick and his 5th point of the game. Minutes left.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Tara was a little bit Terradamus yesterday because she had kind of sent a meme about Toronto and how what are they going to do after
How
Mitch
do we
Marner.
make the playoffs without Marner?
Yeah. And then Marner goes and drops a hattie last night.
Yeah.
A little Terradamus-esque there. I like
Torts
it.
bringing out the best in Marner.
Yeah.
So he's finally scoring.
This is just his second game as head coach, right?
Yeah.
They had a couple days off. They had Tuesday and Wednesday off. So he's 2-0.
2-0.
2-0.
Yep.
Switched up the lines quite a bit.
What is it about
reshuffled things?
George McPhee and Kelly McCrimmon and the brass that they just know when to let go of a coach? Because that has been something that they have felt, and it's worked pretty well for them. And Cassidy had brought them a cup, and you're still a playoff team. And with 8 games to go, firing Cassidy, and now Torts has won 2 in a row.
Yeah.
And it's looking like a pretty smart move right out of the gate.
Yeah, it looks like it's motivated the group and the room for sure. So I think that this is working out. I was kind of hesitant to believe that it would. You look at the players poll that's released every year. I think we talked about that. He was the number 1 coach that players don't like to play for. So
I think that was
tough.
I think that was early in his career, though, if I'm not mistaken. He was a hard A early in his career.
Yeah.
I think he's talked to a lot of players, and there was a story on this the other day that actually do like playing for him, but it was later in his coaching career. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he would try to intimidate you. He'd get in your face. I mean, he is a intense coach, to say the least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything wrong with that? Kids soft nowadays?
I don't think so. Not pro athletes. They don't need to be, kind of catered to and kind of taught with kid gloves.
Hockey players are tough. They can handle it.
Right.
I mean, what he's doing is working thus far. But the poll was taken last year, so this is a current thing. Most players still don't like playing for him.
It was a current poll.
Yes, 2025 was when the poll was taken.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I was listening
Probably
to
why he was out of work.
I was listening to NHL radio, and they said that's a misconception. The guy I was listening to must not have his facts straight. Where I'm getting my information from, I thought it was an older poll. Maybe there's multiple polls. I mean, that's a poll they probably do every single year. To be quite frank, I don't know that Cassidy. The players loved Cassidy. He seemed like he could be kind of a little bit of a
Cassidy on that same poll was mentioned as one of the least likely. I'm trying to find it right now. It was on our bookmarks. I'm trying to go scroll down, but he was the second. 93 players were polled, 38.46%, and led the way was John Tortorella. Which coach would you least like to play for? Bruce Cassidy second at 12.31%.
So you get the second coach that you least like.
That's right.
But yet here's Jack Eichel, Mitch Marner. You look at all the free agent signings, all the trades they've facilitated. You look at the way this roster is constructed, and yet I bet if you ask the Knights after 2 games, this would not be what they are saying right now.
I know they might like him. That might be. It's obviously every team is different. You know, so he's lost some jobs. He's been blown out of places.
I'm sure he is hard on players and demands perfection and accountability. And kids are soft nowadays. I didn't think hockey players would be soft. I wish they wouldn't do that pulling hockey.
They do it in the NBA, the NFL. They do it in all sports.
Well, that's fine. NBA players are soft. Hockey players are tough.
We expect that from the NBA.
So I don't like whining out of my hockey players. That's you know what I mean?
Just being honest. Just calling a spade a spade. He's hard to play for.
I don't ever like a poll that you can hide behind. You know what I mean? Like these players probably just vote and they don't. I mean, they don't have to. It's the same thing with the baseball writers. When the one writer doesn't vote that guy into the Hall of Fame, you're like, who is that guy?
Right.
Yeah. Like he doesn't have
That's
to.
right. They don't have to make themselves known.
No, it drives me nuts. They hide behind the scenes, but they
But like,
one guy doesn't vote for somebody. You're like, okay, what's wrong with that guy?
Yeah.
Did that player, rob his bank?
It was the right move at the time for the Knights. They needed a kick in the butt. They needed some intensity. They needed a guy like this. But that doesn't take away the fact that he is, a berater. He's a tough guy to play for, and he's getting the most out of the team in his early debut.
I didn't see him berating anybody last night.
Okay, well, you're not going to see everything on TV.
I understand
a lot
that.
of this is behind the scenes stuff.
But this is my first impressions
Yeah.
of the new coach Torts. I didn't watch him in Philadelphia. I didn't watch him. I don't even know if I could remember what he looked like before he was hired with VGK.
Yeah.
And now he's our coach, and now I'm all in on this guy. So I'm trying to backfill and trying to figure out exactly what I think of him. I don't care what everybody else thinks. What do I think about him today? I don't care about the past. I'm living in the now. Mm-hmm. And what's the future hold?
Yeah,
you hang on to the past; it'll haunt you. That's people that hang on. Well, if I would have done, just stop worrying about that. Worry about right now. Worry about today. I mean, and that's what I think George McPhee and all the brass down there, Kerry Boobles, is doing. They're thinking about the now. We needed a shot in the arm, and it seemingly, after a 2-game sample size, is working. Knights win 6-3. Mammoth, similar scenario last night. Tight game early on. Seattle beating the Mammoth early in the game, but then the Mammoth kind of seized control in the second and then kind of run away in the third. And I don't think anybody had a hat trick in Seattle last night, did they?
No, Cooley had two.
Cooley had two.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Paterka had a sweet goal I saw last night.
Yeah.
And then there was the goalie interference play that Mammoth coaches decided, like, last second, they were like, are we going to challenge this? Are we going to challenge this? And they got the rules official on. It was the game of the night last night. And finally, they challenged in the nick of time. And they win the challenge and rule no goalie interference, and the goal counted.
Yeah.
And I was like, crafty challenge right against the time window not to challenge, and they got it in, and they won the challenge and added a goal. And that kind of seemed to be the dagger for the Kraken when they got that interference call overturned. Mm. And I think they got that call right from what I could tell. There wasn't a lot of contact. It wasn't initiated. It wasn't intentional. And it was outside the blue line or the goalie box, which I guess is a red line.
Semicircle.
Yep. Did you see the play?
No.
Oh, you didn't see the play. Terry, you see the play I'm talking about?
I didn't.
The goalie interference play?
I went to bed before that. I watched like the first 2 periods and then went to bed.
Gotcha.
Like first period and a half.
I thought
actually.
you guys might have been snoozy last night because the text line was really quiet.
It was really quiet.
It was really quiet last night.
That's right.
And I'm sitting there waiting for you guys on and when I'm watching the Mammoth and the Kraken, because Tara's brother-in-law is the head coach of the Kraken. Paulie and Tara have been going to a lot of Mammoth games covering them this year.
Yeah.
Just up there last week for the Caps game there with Ovi in Salt Lake City. Obviously, we've all been to plenty of Knights games. Like these 3 teams are very interesting, and with 2 of them playing head to head last night, I'm surprised that you went to sleep. But when it got quiet, I was like,
well,
must
halfway
be
into the second period, it was pretty clear that the Kraken were going to lose, and so I was like, okay, I'm going to bed.
Must be snoozy time.
I gotta get up early.
Do we have a highlight from the game last night? Cool's doing his thing.
Yeah, we do.
Cooley, I like Logan Cooley.
Yeah,
Coolio, Logan Coolio.
Is that what they call him?
That's what I'm calling him.
Okay. All right.
Here we go.
Picked up by Gunther. Sergachev. All types of pressure here for this line from Utah. Uyghur looking in front, rebound, score! Logan Cooley ties the game.
He is awesome.
Right place, right time.
Yep.
Yeah. He's I think he's going to be kind of the face of the franchise come in 3-4 years. I think, he's just scratching the surface of his ability. Just 20 years old. Had a large stint in this season. He was out for that injury where he ran into the post and had that knee injury, the lower body for a while. So, but him being back, this is a huge, huge shot in the arm. Since he's been back, the team's been totally different. The power play's great. Gunther had a goal and 2 assists as well. Schmaltz chipped in a goal and an assist. Like the young core of this team, and I think kind of is headlined by Cooley, although Keller's the captain.
Yeah.
Gunther's the higher goal scorer, but I think Cooley is the most skilled.
Clayton Keller.
He's the oldest of the bunch. I think.
Is he the oldest?
I think he is.
Okay.
Of the young ones,
Gunther's
anyway.
The young bunch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dylan Gunther's 22, the left winger. Cooley's just turned 21, I think, recently. So those are the young pups on the
Keller's
team.
27.
Keller's 27.
Yes.
McBain's 27.
Yeah.
Sergachev's 27.
Yeah.
So they've got a young core.
Yeah.
They do. And they're positioning themselves to be relevant for a long time.
Yeah.
That was the thing. They're looking for long-term sustainability, ability to maintain a good team over a years of time. Not just have one or two runs and then fizzle out and rebuild.
And look, they have some young guys too, and the prospects coming up through, and they've got some KG veterans. This roster feels really well constructed.
Yes,
it is.
does.
And Veggie, their goalie's awesome. He had a great save last night too. We have that video.
Veggie has been kind of that X factor, hasn't he?
He has, yeah. He's had some amazing saves this year. This is one from last night.
For Montour, top of the circle, blocked in front, rebound. What a save!
Yeah, it was pretty incredible. There's been a couple of like that where it's like that has got to be one of the best saves I've ever seen from a goalie.
Vomilka, wow, that was fully stretched out. His skates are flying out forward.
He's in
His
the
arm
split.
is,
Yeah.
I mean, these goalies, they are so coordinated, and they are just, I mean, they're huge. You think about how big they are to fill up the goal,
right?
But how light on their feet and their fast twitch muscles. Do you think they do the little light training exercises all the time?
Yeah,
you know,
the balls,
speed,
so they'll like catch just the dropping balls, and like they do a ton of training like that.
Yeah, I mean, they got reflexes like the Avengers.
Yeah.
I mean, it's incredible. It's incredible. So good night in hockey. Mammoth win in Seattle. Calgary goes down to Vegas in Las Vegas. The other headline, Wild did clinch last night.
Yes.
So Minnesota punches.
Yes.
All three in the Central clinch. That's so crazy.
Isn't that nuts?
The rest of the league just way like wide open, other than Carolina. But
yeah. When you look at these two wins for the Knights, though, give them just a little bit of almost breathing room.
it does, yeah.
I mean, they've been getting points with overtime losses, and they've been going the right direction, but not quick enough. You need wins. So yeah, and then this stretch run, where we got down to 4 or 5 games left in the regular season for most of the teams here.
Yep.
I mean, we are right down to the nitty gritty, and you look at the wild card race in the East, and right now the Bruins and Ottawa hold those spots, and the Red Wings and Blue Jackets and the Flyers are all fighting, but unlikely to get in. We'll see. And then in the West, you've got the Av and the Stars, and then the Wild, like you mentioned, they've all clinched now with the Wild clinching last night. In the Pacific, you got the Ducks, the Oilers, and then the Knights.
Yep.
And then the Mammoths sit in that first wild card spot with 84 points. Actually, San Jose having a little bit of a comeback season. They sit there in that final wild card berth with 79 points, but they are tied with Nashville and with the Los Angeles Kings. And Winnipeg and Seattle are not far back, that if they went and won 3 or 4 in a row, could not.
And
I hope the Sharks hold it. I hope the Sharks hold the last spot.
They could be sneaky, especially with Celebrini.
Yeah, and the East Coasters be able to see more of the Sharks. They don't, obviously, in the viewing window, most of those games around 10 o'clock, 10:30 East Coast time. So
sometimes
not
11.
11, yeah. Like, not many of the East Coast hockey diehards watch a lot of Celebrini, so it'd be nice for him to be on a national stage in the playoffs.
And of course, Seattle. I would look likely for a minute there that Seattle, Utah, and Vegas would get in. Seattle's got some work to do now.
They've got a lot of work to do.
That was.
They're going to need some help from other teams as well.
Probably
losing on top of them.
There's just too many teams in front of them there. They got 3 teams in front of them for that final wild card berth. All right, little puck talk here on a Feel Good Friday. Happy Easter weekend, everybody. Show today brought to you by Coral Canyon Golf Course. Coral Canyon Golf Course. Call and check and see if they have any tee times. You want to get out and play on Easter? Call the Pro Shop right now, see if they can fit you in. 435-688-1700. That's 435-688-1700. Or you can go to the website, coralcanyongolf.com. Fully stocked Pro Shop. Balls, shirts, hats, gloves, everything you need. Putter, need a new putter. They got you covered there. Bistro 72 Grill. double-decker range, short game practice facility. Get out and play Coral Canyon Golf Course. It is fantastic, and the weather is cooled back down a little bit. It's been great golf weather again here in the STG. Longtime great partner with us here on the Fan Sports Network. We'll take the break. We're back in a flash. Phone chargers and cords and accessories and phone cases and portable charger ports. And then what they are really known for is that InvisiShield screen protector that goes over your phone. So when Paulie's mad at the Caps game last night and he throws his phone against the bedroom wall, it breaks the screen and not the actual screen of the phone. That breaks the InvisiShield that protects the phone. And the nice thing is when you put an InvisiShield screen protector on from Zag, they come with a lifetime warranty. You can go back, I think it's $10 in the warranty copay, and then you get a brand new screen protector at your 2 St. George Zags, one up there in the Boulevard Commons next to Great Harvest Bread Company. A lot of Paws and that plaza right there, not far from Hearst Ace Hardware, just on the boulevard. Or in Dino Crossing over there behind Bahama Bucks, and then in Cedar City as well. Don't zig, just
Zag.
All right, wrapping up hour one. A lot of different directions we can go. Paulie, let's start talking a little about the Final Four tomorrow. Oh, this week seems so long. We did get a little basketball last night. You had the Crown basketball in Las Vegas. You had some games last night, so there was some round ball on TV. But it's not going. It's not that doesn't hold a candle. I mean, the arena was half full. That doesn't hold a candle to what it's going to be like in Indianapolis today and tomorrow and Sunday and Monday. Monday might clear out a little bit because some of the two teams that lose might head out. Sell their tickets and change their flight. But a lot of people, especially Illinois and Michigan fans, can drive to Indianapolis.
Right.
This is going to be a Big Ten party.
Yeah, they're doing some big stuff for this Final Four. And one of the coolest things I saw was that they're doing a Fab Five broadcast, an alt broadcast with Chris Webber, Jalen Rose, Juwan Howard, Jimmy King, and Ray Jackson. Obviously, being the Wolverines are in this thing, they're going to have a dedicated broadcast with the Fab Five. I think that'll be pretty cool.
Really
Something
cool.
that I'll probably tune into.
Really cool.
Because Chris Webber's does NBA games.
Yeah.
And Jalen Rose has a media career as well previously.
He's a studio host.
Yeah.
For NBA.
I think it'll be sharp. I mean, some of these guys obviously have
Jimmy
never been
King,
on a mic, I should say. But
Juwan Howard had a great NBA career and coach, so he should be very outspoken and used to having a microphone in his face with his days coaching Michigan. That should be some really good insight.
Yeah.
So 3 of the 5 you can carry the load, and it'll be interesting to see what the other 2 say.
Yeah.
Was it Jimmy King or Jim Jackson? What was it?
Jimmy King and Ray Jackson.
And Ray Jackson. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Crazy that after all these years, you still remember the names of the Fab Five. Now, 3 of them obviously are pretty big names.
Yeah, that's right.
Final Four tickets. Anybody taking a flight today and going to the Final Four?
I've seen it. At least a couple people were reporting.
If you want to go to all 4 sessions, and you want 2 tickets, it's going to cost you about $884.
Yeah,
that's not bad for all 4.
3
sessions. I mean, yeah.
Yep. So you're about what is that? Just under $300 a game.
Yeah.
So it's not crazy, but you got to remember they're playing at Lucas Oil Stadium.
Yeah, plenty.
So
of
there's
seats.
plenty of seats. This is 70,000. I don't even know what.
What did you say the price was for the all for 3 games? $884.
$884. What do you see?
Okay. Legion Hoops.
That was just on Tick Picks for their best deal. That was the best value for that price. It wasn't the best seat. It wasn't the most expensive or the cheapest.
I'm seeing
that was an
this
average.
is the most expensive ticket in the history of the Final Four to get in, just to be in. $481 for the 2 semifinals.
Yeah, just Saturday.
Just Saturday. That's not including the Monday National Championship.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't want to buy that 3-game package because if their team loses, they don't want to go.
So
interested.
They're spiking up the national semifinal prices because of that. Because people obviously want to wait to know if their team's there, so they don't want to pay for the 3 tickets.
I have only been to the Final Four once.
Yeah,
and that was in Phoenix.
A lot of seats,
It
right?
was
It was
State
Cardinal
Farm Stadium at the
yeah.
time. Yeah, so a lot of seats, and we didn't have great seats, but we were in the building.
Yeah.
And it was the year that it was North Carolina and Gonzaga. I went and watched Gonzaga beat South Carolina. They were kind of a surprise team to get to the Final Four. Gonzaga handled them, but then lost that championship game to North Carolina, and absolutely had a blast. Like, if you ever get a chance to go to a Final Four, highly recommend it. I've always loved college hoops, and really enjoyed my one trip that I've been to. And so if you ever get a chance to get out there, go. And it's going to come back to Vegas in 2028.
Yeah.
So a couple years from now, you won't have to go far if you want to go to a Final Four. You'll be able to watch it at Allegiant Stadium.
But that, I think, that's right. In 2028.
2028.
So, so that should be really cool. I know just going to the Salt Lake Regional at the Delta Center a couple years ago, that's an incredible experience for anyone who's never been to a tournament game. You got all the fan bases in there interacting, and it's just a great time. And the basketball is always super high-level games. So, the get-in price, $481, just to see the national semifinals. That's pretty, for as big of a stadium as Lucas Oil is, and you're probably looking at a terrible seat for that $481. I'm assuming that is a very high up spot, that you're going to be in a corner somewhere, a nosebleed of some sort. But yeah, $481 get in price is pretty big for the Final Four.
You know what? I that doesn't sound too bad to me, though.
Session 2.
Like, if you're a diehard Arizona fan, and you haven't seen your team in the Final Four since Lute Olson was the coach, that doesn't seem that bad. Like, you fly from, Phoenix International Airport to Indianapolis, and then you go pay that in a hotel. I mean, you could probably do the trip in under $2,000 a person.
Yeah.
I know that's a lot, but it's really not that bad if you haven't been to the Final Four in a long time to see your beloved team play.
That's right. And you always can
Not like the
save.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, I want to go to watch my Seahawks in the Super Bowl so bad, but it's just
Same
so
point, though.
expensive.
You got to buy before the season. Like, you got to have faith in your team to go all the way. That's the way you save money. So you could have bought these tickets long ago in the 3-game package. Like, the people that buy the 3-game package will save money, but they won't know if their team's going to be in the championship game on Monday.
And then you hope that there's teams like
but
this.
Prices will spike
and you'll
after
make
the teams are determined.
And you're flipping your tickets.
Yes.
If you don't want to go.
The prices are going to spike up after the 2 teams are set for Monday.
Yeah.
So right now you can get a ticket to Session 2, the championship game, Monday, April 6th, for $198 on TickPick. $200 to see a national championship game. But the other sessions, $481 to get in. So the national semifinals prices are hot.
Easter weekend, so you wonder, what that does for some people's, vacation plans.
Yeah.
I bet some of the, most of that stadium's gonna be made up of fans of those teams.
Yes.
I mean, it's Easter weekend, so you're probably not just let's go to the game and not let the kids do an Easter egg hunt this year. Like, especially little kids, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, that's right. Kids got to get their eggs.
Tara, do you guys still have Easter egg hunts at your house?
We do. I do a big glow in the dark one. It's pretty cool.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
We've got these awesome little lights that we put in the eggs.
And they light up.
Yeah, and they light up. They're pretty good.
You know what? That is brilliant because how many times do you lose the egg? Like one year we lost the golden egg that had the money in it.
Oh, no.
Could not find it. I don't know if the dog ate it or what. And
it's still out there somewhere. Polly's going to be over at your house looking for it.
I think Polly helped
digging. I'll get a shovel out and start digging for the egg.
Yeah. Polly, didn't you help me hide eggs one year?
Yeah, I did.
And we couldn't remember where it was.
Where it was. Oh,
yeah,
no.
I was a part of one of those, but I don't think it was a golden egg.
No, I don't think that was a different year.
Yeah, that's why the golden egg wasn't found.
Nice cover up.
Yeah, I know, right?
Polly's the golden egg's on his mantle.
The golden egg is in my pocket.
The money.
It's been spent long ago.
He went to Longhorn with the money.
Yes.
My
The
Easter
dinner I
dinner.
took you out to, I was paying you back with golden
that
egg
was
money.
the golden egg money.
Where does Easter rank on the holiday likability scale?
Oh yeah, it's good. I think it's a mid-tier holiday. It's behind Christmas, Thanksgiving, 4th of July.
I mean,
it's a mid-tier.
You could argue for religious individuals that Christmas and Easter are the biggest two.
Yes.
Those are your two religious holidays.
Yeah.
Whereas, Thanksgiving's not Not really.
Yeah.
4th of July, not really.
Not
It's
really.
our birthday.
Yeah.
Birthday party. Fireworks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Halloween's awesome,
Halloween's fun.
but not a religious one.
Yeah,
No.
not a religious one.
Well, unless
It's like
unless you
Unless you go the other way.
Never mind. Okay. I've never been a big fan of Halloween. Like I've always
I love
enjoyed it, but I've never like loved it. Happy Easter weekend. Hour 2 coming up when we come back. Hey, welcome back, everybody. It is The Drive. What's going on? And welcome to Hour 2. Devin, Dixon, Paul Ratliff, Tara Atkin. McCoy Harris in studio with us as well. He's going to join us for a special Friday Easter edition of Would You Rather coming up here in about 10 or 15 minutes. And let me tell you about Prime IV Hydration and Wellness. They've got a great spring special right now with their Allergy Buster. You can add it to any IV for only $69. You want to go to the Champion, you want to go to the Myers Cocktail, you want to go to any of their great IVs. They have a ton of them, over a dozen. And the Allergy Buster includes a triple dose of vitamin C. Paul, is that good for you?
Yes.
Vitamin D, good for you?
Yes.
Yes, help support your immune system during allergy season.
Power you up, baby.
Yes. And if you have more than allergies, if your energy is taking a hit, they've got their Energizer Bunny add-on. Get the Energizer Bunny add-on that's double taurine, an amino blend, plus a B12 injection to help you feel more refreshed and recharged. If you're maybe going out of town today, or you got in-laws coming in that's going to drain you this weekend, you might want to get on over to Prime IV. I know I go there every single month. Love the staff. Love the way I feel. Love the benefits. Tara is a big fan of Prime IV.
I do. I go at least once a month as well.
Yep. Paulie, you've had an IV before, but you're not a frequent flyer.
Not a frequent flyer, but I've definitely taken them in. They're great.
Yeah. Yep. Good stuff. Let's get to our top 8 at 8. Here we go. Kicking off hour 2. Let's go back to the baseball scores from last night. Get you some local news and notes. Start with Utah Tech baseball. Come from behind 1-run victory in their WAC opener at the Bruce
Nice.
Hurst
big time.
Field last night as they beat Sac State. And game 2 of the best of 3 series will be tonight, 6:05. Again, down there at Bruce Hurst Field. And 19-11, the record for the Trailblazers right now, cruising right along. It's got the makings of a really good season. We had Coach Fatenauer in the studio yesterday. He said, all 7 teams in the WAC really have to feel like they have a chance to win this conference this year.
Yeah.
They're going into the Mountain West. What a story that would be, taking a ton of momentum into a bigger conference if Utah Tech were able to win the WAC, maybe get to a regional in their final season of play in the respective conference. So same 2 teams again tonight, 6:05. Looking for something to do on your Feel Good Friday, get on down to the yard at the Hearst. High school baseball last night. Snow Canyon got some payback, 8-1. They beat Dixie after losing 13-11 in extra innings. They split the head-to-head, home and home. Trent Chris was dealing on the bump for the Warriors. 12 Red Rock Real Estate strikeouts last night for Trent Chris. And
pretty impressive.
Trayvon goes 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs to power the offense. Other scores, Desert Hills bounces back after losing to Crimson and Pineview, back-to-back losses. They bounce back for a dub last night. They survive and win by a run against the Pineview Panthers. And Isaac Swanson, their catcher, walk-off double there, or not a walk-off, but a game-winning double in the top of the 7th to give them the lead, and they went on to hold that in the bottom half of the inning, and they hand Pineview their first Region 9 loss. Also, Cedar 3-0, leading Region 9 standings going into the Easter break. They had one of their games rescheduled to next week, but they are 3-0 after beating Hurricane. They were tied late in that game in the middle innings, 4th, 5th, 6th inning. It was like 5-5, and they scored 2 runs late to win over Hurricane 7-5. So those are your local scores last night. One boys soccer score. Pineview beat Crimson 1-0. Did you see a score on the Dixie Desert Hills soccer game last night? See if you can find that for me. That was kind of a big game last night. Snow Canyon had just handed Desert Hills boys soccer team their first loss. Dixie was kind of running hot and had a great week last week. So the boys soccer this year looks really, really, really competitive.
Looked like Desert Hills beat them 1-0.
1-0. Dixie's got a really good goalie.
Yeah.
Really good goalie. Jason Hendricks, now the Desert Hills boys soccer coach, he does a really good job. Of course, Coach Wilkinson's been there for a long time. He does an unbelievable job there with the Flyers as well. Snow Canyon also winning last night over Hurricane by a final score of 3-1. So those are some of your local scores to note, making headlines this morning.
Yeah, as well as some local teams on the ice making some big strides towards the playoffs, as both the Knights and the Mammoth picked up W's last night. Let's start with the Knights, as they were buoyed by a 5-point night for Mitch Marner. And I think we've got the last of those goals to get that 5th point, as they won 6-3 over the Calgary Flames. And again, they're in that Pacific Division, kind of muddled, very crowded at the those top 3 spots, but they are trying to jockey ahead of Edmonton in that second spot, or maybe ahead of the Ducks, depending on how these last games shake out. But this game last night helped them, and a big reason they won was number 93, and here he is with his 3rd goal of the night.
Minutes left. Out high Marner over to the 4-point night. Looking. Wraparound chance, score! What a goal and what
You gotta
a
love
night.
the wraparound.
Yeah, love the
Mitch Marner with a hat trick.
Been waiting.
And his 5th point of the
Knights
day.
fans have been waiting for
We've
a
been
hattie
waiting
for
for
a
that.
while now out of Mitch Marner. That is
Yeah.
his first in Vegas, believe it or not. It's taken this long.
Yes.
I've been waiting. You've been waiting. Everybody's been waiting.
Yeah, I think that it's in due time. Everyone was being told with Marner, and the points have been there, the assists, but the goals. He hasn't really been a great goal scorer this year, but he really lit it up last night with a 3-goal night, 5 points overall on the game against the Flames. And then the other game locally was the Mammoth traveling up to Climate Pledge Arena and falling behind 2-0 early in this game, but then quickly make a charge back behind Logan Cooley, getting 2 goals and assists, 3-point night for him. And this was the second of his 2 goals as he chimed in the second period. I'm sorry.
Low picked up by Gunther. Sergachev. All types of pressure here for this line from Utah. Uyghur looking in front. Rebound. Score! Logan
That was
Cooley
filthy.
ties the game.
Like to see that from Cooley and Brogan Houston, who we know pretty well from going to the Mammoth games. He's the Deseret News beat reporter. Is Logan Cooley, the title of his article this morning, is Logan Cooley a franchise player? Mammoth scores 6 unanswered goals to beat the Kraken. Logan Cooley will soon become the highest paid player in franchise history, and he's justifying that with his play. Is kind of the first lead into the article.
Yeah, I mean, 2 goals there, but Smalt scored. Paterka had a beautiful goal last night. Gunther scored. Avegi had 25 saves out of the 27 shots that he faced. And the Mammoth have won their first couple road trip games. They finish up the road swing Saturday against the Vancouver Canucks. That'll be the next game tomorrow.
And, for the Mammoth, there are not many games for everybody left in the NHL. As far as the Mammoth go, they will end the season with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games.
That's 7.
7 games left for the Utah Mammoth. 5 of those, are at home. So good little ending slate for the Mammoth.
It should be well attended, you would think, with them holding a wild card spot right now in the West.
Yes.
Jazz continue to battle 3-game road trip. Utah will take on the Rockets tonight. Jazz lost 2 of their first 3 meetings with Houston this season. Of course, Houston's trying to limp into the playoffs right now and scare nobody. They might end up playing the Luka-less Lakers because Luka left the game last night developing story with a hamstring injury. And Paul, you and I have been kind of like, are we ready to talk about the Lakers yet? And we're like, nah, let's wait. Are we ready to talk about the Lakers yet? They keep winning. Nah, let's wait. And now, you look at it. Okay, you've got a little time left in the regular season. You can rest him. This MRI becomes really, really, really important for Luka. If it's negative, then you have about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So you maybe can get him back for the postseason if it's negative. So we'll have to wait and see the severity of the MRI results, which I'm sure we'll find out at some point today.
Sure.
Bees were not able to take the field yesterday. Weather in Salt Lake City. It snowed yesterday, Paul.
Wow.
It was snowing. I was talking to our buddy Trevor Allen from KSL yesterday, and he's like, dude, it's snowing up here. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So Bees, they play all their games on my Utah, all the Bees games. Tony Park's a good friend of mine, so I like to watch a game here or there.
Yeah.
And I turned it on just to check the score last night, and it was the game from the night before. They were re-airing it because the weather just didn't allow the Bees to take the field against the Sacramento River Cats. I don't think it stuck to where it was snow covered, but it was too wet to go play. You would have slipped. It would have been a muddy mess. So the team will resume their series again tonight.
All right. Against those River Cats, I guess, huh?
Sacramento, the River Cats.
Wow. I like that name. As
The River
a mascot.
Cats?
River Cat. I've never heard of a cat in the river. So
Yeah.
that's a unique name.
Yeah, cats can swim.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
in
thought
the
the
river.
cats hated water.
I don't know.
I thought that's the old
Those
adage.
are your cats.
Okay. Maybe domesticated cats.
Yeah. Real Salt Lake is at home this weekend, taking on the Sporting Kansas City. They're 3-1-1 this season. And let's see. BYU women's basketball already lost their first player of the offseason. Guard Maria Hudgens announced her intention to transfer and head to the portal. She started 27 games for the Cougars, averaged 9.1 points and 4.6 rebounds per game.
Speaking of the transfer portal, you kind of mentioned
It's a mass exodus for Utah Tech.
Yeah, Tanner Davis becomes the latest to enter the portal for the Trailblazers. As of what, yesterday?
The whole team is in the portal, basically, that had eligibility to come back. They only recognized 3 seniors.
Yeah.
I don't want to say the whole team.
Vandermeed, is he back?
I haven't heard about Vandermeid or Grant or some of the other, Harkers.
Yeah.
But of the starters, Belonga and Trujillo and Juice and Tanner Day, they're all in the portal.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
all
Juice
in the
was
portal.
a senior.
Sorry, not Juice. Madiba, Awana.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's
And it's
kind of the nature of college sports.
I don't know he's coming off an ACL.
Yeah.
So you wonder how many of these guys will go in the portal and maybe not find greener pastures and potentially come back. So I don't want to rule out the fact. I mean, we've seen it before, but most of the time when you go in the portal, if you get a better offer, and let's be honest, we don't have a huge NIL fund in St. George, Utah.
Yeah. Right.
So if a guy gets $25,000, $20,000, $1,000 a month, $12,000, it's probably more than he's getting playing here.
What did Frank Stain? He got rumored allegedly $30,000-$40,000.
That was the rumor. I don't know. I never talked to Frank about that.
I know.
I heard Isaac Poe.
For
Isaiah
Fresno.
Poe went to Fresno and got more.
Yeah.
But the kitty is bigger than ever.
Yes.
Those were the earlier days of NIL.
That's right.
That was
the
ago.
Frank Stain thing was 2 years ago when he got that offer to move to Tarleton. But most of the time you're right. Your statement, the first statement you made was correct. Normally when a guy gets a higher offer, they normally are pretty much earmarked to go somewhere else. So it's really disappointing for Utah Tech that they will really have no returning production from last season, which is really disappointing.
Yeah, I agree. It's just the era we live in, and Juddy and the guys will get out and recruit. The portal giveth and taketh away.
We need Tommy Tuberville to do some more work with Congress and get something moving here. We need to get some movement on the fixed college sports front. I mean, I know Trump had a meeting with a bunch of dignified individuals about fixing it, and now Tuberville's speaking to Congress about it, and I mean, I think that we're getting close to the boiling point of all this. I think the craziness is going to come to an end in the next, couple years, hopefully. I hope. I do hope.
I do too. That's your top 8 today, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Easter Friday. Devin, Paulie, Tara. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We got some Final Four edition of Would You Rather, plus a couple curveballs coming your way next on the drive. Later in the show, Final Four predictions. Folly's bracket is busted, so he's going to try to pick against mine. He's going to try to pick against mine and Tara's bracket, who is still intact.
That's right.
We have our champ alive, and I have a feeling he's going to poop on it when we come back. feeling a little bloated, a little low on energy, frustrated with your body, your weight, listen up. Good news out here. There's a better way. Soda weight loss and nutrition, Soda diet and nutrition. They just changed their name. All about nutrition. They got a team of nutritionists, and it's state of the art. They've already helped thousands of people just like you. And it's really simple. You eat real food from the grocery store. This is not shots. This is not pills. This is no crazy restrictions. You get real nutritionists, a whole team of them that build a plan specifically for your body. They check in with you every single week, and they will adjust it as you go along. And here's the good news. Women are losing 2 to 3 pounds every week. Men are 3 to 5 pounds every week. You stay full, so you're not hungry. You have steady, consistent energy, and you can get things back under control. And right now they're running a spring special promotion. When you join, your partner joins completely free. Real accountability, something you can do together. I'm doing the plan with my wife. You can do it too. Real clients are loving it. Everything is easy to follow. My nutritionist has been awesome, so encouraging. They got me all fired up. I was talking to my wife about this last night. I'm like, I'm actually really excited about this. And you get the support you need to keep going. Imagine where you could be in 90 days. Clothes fit better.
Looking
more
good
energy,
for summer.
Looking good for summer. Feeling confident again. So go to Soda Diet and Nutrition. Soda Diet and Nutrition.com or call 866-800-SOTA. That's 866-800-SODA. Call them right now. Join them for a short time to have results that last a lifetime. Thank you, TA. Let's get into it. A little special edition of Would You Rather. McCoy joining us on the program. One of our new friends to the show. What is this, McCoy? Second time you've hung out with us in studio?
Yep,
Yeah.
second time.
Good to see you again this morning. He's got some questions. We will go with what we would rather see happen or what we would rather do. Let's fire it up. Here we go. What's the first question?
All right. Up first is, would you rather currently go to a Utah Jazz game for free or a Mammoth game for $100?
That's a great question.
There you go. That is the going rate for a Mammoth game.
lot of-
It's $100.
A
For
lot
a
of
nosebleeder, yeah.
A lot of people like free, free. I'm a big fan of free. I mean, if I'm taking my whole family, I would probably say, okay, Jazz game, it's entertainment, it's something we can all go do together.
Is it entertainment though?
Yeah, if the other team's
If you're
good.
rooting for the other team, yeah, exactly.
That's right.
At the end of the day, it's not winning entertainment, but it is entertainment.
It is.
Yeah.
Get yourself some Dippin' Dots.
But
and
if
enjoy
I'm
the
just
game.
going by myself, I am going to pay the $100 and I am going to go to the Mammoth game.
You're really only saving $26 if you get a free ticket. Right now, some of the Utah Jazz tickets I'm seeing as low as $26.
Yeah. I've
So,
seen them as low as 9.
depending on the opponent, I'm sure. Yeah. So you can realistically you're not saving much by getting a freebie with the Jazz. So I'll probably just plunk down the 100 and go to the hockey game.
Yeah, absolutely. I have paid the 100 to go to the hockey game. So yeah, Mammoth all the way.
There you go.
I hope there's a point in time where
that shifts.
Yeah.
I hope so too.
Now, McCoy, you went to a Jazz game recently, right?
Yeah, last Wednesday.
How much did you pay for a ticket?
Free.
I got it for free. 'cause
That's why I asked the question.
Yeah,
See?
I know.
Did you have a good time?
the Jazz lost by like 30. It was against the Wizards, who were just on a 16-game losing streak.
Yes.
It was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. But good seats.
Yeah.
You know
Nice.
what? We got to watch Ace Bailey do some sick dunks. So overall,
awesome.
it was good.
It was still fun.
Still a good experience.
So you're looking at a glass half full.
Yes.
Could have been better. Could have been better. Could have been better. That's how we feel about the Jazz. We're always cautiously optimistic that maybe next season we'll do just a little bit better. Get out of this tanking window that we've been in for, seems like, forever. Like I'm lost in outer space, floating without gravity.
Yeah.
All right, where are we going next?
All right. Would you rather see the Lakers win the NBA Finals this year or the Dodgers win their 3rd straight World Series?
No. This is horrible.
What a
Probably the
question.
Lakers.
Wow.
That's probably an easy one. You don't want to see
Really?
the Dodgers win again. I don't, at least. It'd be insufferable to see the Dodgers, do it
Dodgers, yeah.
again. Yes. So,
I love Luka too, so I wouldn't mind seeing the Lakers. But
I don't know how
That's
I
a
feel.
hard one.
I don't know how I feel. As a Mariner fan, I just want the opportunity to play the Dodgers. But
yeah.
until we get a salary cap in baseball, they are just going to continue to pay anybody and everybody on their roster as much money as they want, and it's just not a level playing field. So if you're not a Dodger fan, you really do despise them right now, and you guys made that pretty clear right out of the gate. I still do enjoy watching Shohei. And I probably like Shohei more than LeBron. I think I would still go Dodgers just because I love the World Series. I've just never been a big LeBron guy. I do like Tara's assumption about Luka. He's worked hard. He's been on a heater lately. I'll go slight edge Dodgers, but let's be honest, I would really hate to pick either of these.
right, same.
all right.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, you kind of pinging us in a corner.
Yeah,
there.
you did.
There's not any big Laker fans here. If you ask most Jazz fans, like I remember asking Thurl Bailey this question, like
His top rival.
who do Jazz fans hate the most in the NBA?
Yeah.
Who do you think is their rival? And I thought he'd go like Denver Nuggets in the division or Portland Trail. It was the Lakers.
Yeah.
Because
It was
whenever the
Lakers.
Lakers, I think there's some
Kobe fans in Utah.
Well, there's fatigue whenever every time there's a game at Delta Center, it's half Laker fans or more. You know, that's always got to be frustrating for Jazz fans that every time the Lakers come to town, you see all these Kobe and LeBron jerseys and Luka, and where's all the Utah fans? So I feel like that's kind of a frustration or a
Laker fans are everywhere.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
everywhere. They're like the Steeler fans. They travel, you know,
Yeah.
and the Cowboy fans
Raiders.
or whatever. Raiders.
It's, you know, they're just kind of everywhere.
All right, let's go to the next one.
All right. Would you rather golf with Tiger Woods or Rory McIlroy?
Rory McIlroy.
Okay. I'd rather golf with Tiger. He's got
Is
way
it
better
Tiger
stories.
in his prime or like Tiger now who's, you know, in rehab?
Even Tiger
You
now,
can't go.
he's-
You
Really?
can't go back in time and golf. If you're going to golf with Tiger, it would have to be after
It would have
rehab.
to,
Yes.
yeah.
It would have
So
to
you
be.
can't even
If
golf.
he's
It's
not
an
available. I
option.
don't think his rehab
He
advisor
didn't say
committee.
ride with Tiger or Rory. He said golf.
Yeah, he
with
didn't
Ti-
say get a ride home
Yeah,
with
he
Tiger.
didn't say
He said
ride with him. He said golf with him. Tiger's the greatest golfer of
Will
all
you
time.
drive and golf?
Well, I'll
Yeah.
drive the cart that day. I'll make sure Tiger
You don't
doesn't
even
have
trust
any.
Tiger
Tiger
to
is
drive the car.
officially the best and worst driver in history.
The memes are out of control. Look, when
Well,
are
the
we
body cam footage was put out yesterday.
When
Did you
are we
see all
gonna when
that?
are we gonna have a real conversation about Tiger Woods? Like the first person, and this is probably a whole nother segment, but
Yeah.
the first person that really changed culture in sports was Muhammad Ali,
Yeah.
and then until Tiger Woods, and then nobody was as great as Tiger, and he was polarizing. But when are we going to start criticizing? He always gets a hall pass. He never apologized for the last car accident he was involved in. He never asked the public, said, I made a mistake. There is no humility. When are we going to start treating him like other professional athletes?
Yeah.
This guy has got issues, and I hope he gets the help he needs, but I'm not a Tiger guy. You know
You're
I'm not.
not a
I've never,
Tiger fan.
I've always said, best drama on Sunday, Tiger in the field.
Yeah.
Tiger as a person, as a fan of golf, never been a fan of Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
He's good for the game.
Yes.
Great
Grew
player.
the game more than any player ever in the
I
history
walked
of the
by
sport.
Tiger Woods way too many times and seen him turn away way too many young fans' autographs to
Yeah,
appreciate
that's the
him.
horrible
never
thing.
been an
He
autograph
turned me
guy.
off.
Yeah.
When you have this cute little 8-year-old kid, Tiger, you're my favorite player. Will you sign my hat? And he
just
just
walks
walks
right
right
by.
by.
Yeah.
I've seen it too many times. Like sometimes there's responsibility that comes with stardom.
Yeah.
And I just don't think Tiger's a great person, and I
Yeah.
think you're seeing that again now.
Well,
the
just 'cause
9-iron through the back of the window, the escape rooms in Las Vegas. Have you ever read his autobiography?
We're
he
not.
looks like a scumbag.
But his
is.
dad was having him hit balls when he was 3 years old. Like
I'm not
his
talking
dad-
about Tiger the golfer. I'm
I
talking
know.
about
But
Tiger.
Just Tiger
I'm
the
talking
person.
about his person. Yeah, this is a person thing. His dad was tough on him growing up. He was one of the worst parents in sports. They did a whole
Military
documentary
background.
about him. Yeah, he was terrible to him.
So you're going to blame his dad for his
I
decisions.
blame some of his dad for the way he is now. You know, for him not being warm to fans, for him kind of being grizzled. I think that comes from his upbringing a little bit. Yes.
Could be. Could be. I'm not making excuses for Tiger anymore. I've heard it for years. And
he's not a good guy. I'm not saying he is.
With this last incident, when are we going to start saying, you know what? He screwed up royally.
Well, Michael Jordan's not a good guy, and everybody loves him. Everyone holds Michael Jordan on a pedestal. It's the same thing. There's rarefied air in sports. When you're a legend, a Mount Rushmore of your sport, you kind of get a pass for being a bad guy sometimes. It's just a fact.
Why does Tiger get a pass, but A-Rod doesn't?
Because he used steroids.
But he admitted it, and he apologized for it. He said, hey, forgive me, I made a mistake.
He cheated the game.
At least he had the balls to apologize.
Tiger never cheated the game. He never cheated the integrity of the game.
Yeah, he won on his own skill set. That's fair. That's fair. We don't know how many times he played altered, though. But we don't know how many times he was taking hydrocodones to get through the back nine.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's between him and him, really.
But we wouldn't know that because Tiger's never been honest about anything in his whole life.
He hasn't been tested as much as like your baseball and other sports.
I've said forever.
I don't think he's going to pop positive for any performance-enhancing drugs. There's never been any assertion.
Why wouldn't he take a urine test?
You don't know that back in his prime.
Why would he take a urine test the other day with the police officer?
Yeah,
because
you don't know what he had in his system, Paulie. You have no clue.
He
could have been on meth, cocaine,
I'm not saying
hallucinogens.
Tiger the driver, again, different than Tiger the golfer. I'm talking about on the course right now.
But even as a professional athlete, if you get popped for like meth or anything else, you're still going to get popped. It's still like an illegal substance that you cannot have in your body.
That's not what I'm saying. You were asserting that he's used performance-enhancing drugs during his career.
I'm just saying I don't know that he's ever been straight. You don't know that.
I know that. He never.
You know that because
you've testing on the tour.
Yeah.
There's drug testing on the tour,
and there's ways around it too.
Okay. Well,
but
I
don't heard of the Wizinator?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think Tiger Woods used performance-enhancing drugs.
You don't think so, but you don't know
Neither
that.
did Lance
I think that's the point she's trying to make. Yeah,
that's right. That's a hot take.
I wouldn't put it past anyone in today's era. There's so much money at stake for these professional athletes. You hope and you want to believe that they've always been squeaky clean, but that's never 100% assured by anybody.
Right.
I'm with Tara on that one. You don't. Yeah. Who would thought? We just thought Lance Armstrong was a great cyclist. Oh, come to find out he was cheating the whole time.
Yeah. And passed so many drug tests too. Never got popped.
That's a great point.
I can't stand by and say that Tiger used performance-enhancing
drugs. I can't. But you can't also say that he never did.
You don't know that.
And we can't say that he did. He's never been like popped or anything. But
I think it's fair to say that Tiger won on his own skill set.
Yes. I think it's ludicrous to say anything else.
And you still have to go get the golf ball in the hole.
Right, exactly.
Right. Golf is a little bit of
it's
different.
Not baseball. You can't just juice up and hit a bunch of home runs. Like, it's not the same. So I don't think he really did anything against the game.
That might be the long...
His personal life might be a nightmare. I understand that. But other than Jack, name a better golfer than Tiger Woods.
I'm not trying to judge Tiger Woods. All I was saying to start the segment is, when are we going to start holding him accountable like other athletes? Yeah. He's on this pedestal.
He is.
And he's royally screwed up repeatedly. Yeah. And I'm going to call Donald Trump. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like getting pulled over. Like, do you know who I am? I'm Kurt Busch.
Let me call the president real quick.
I'm a NASCAR driver. I'm paid to go fast. I don't need a speeding ticket, officer.
Yeah.
I mean, you sound like a dipweed.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next question. McCoy, you got us off the reservation. It might be the longest
this
would you rather
the best
rant.
would you rather we've ever had.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. What was the original question? Would you rather golf with Tiger or Rory?
Yeah.
Who did you say, Paulie?
Tiger. Yeah.
You said Tiger?
No, I would take Rory.
Yeah.
All right. Would you rather attend the Final Four or the NBA Finals?
Oh, yeah.
Do I get to go to all 7 games of the NBA Finals or just one?
All 7 games.
All 7. Oh.
Ooh, that changes things. Because if it's one Final Four championship, go 3 games, right? You get the semifinals, but they haven't, now if it's a best of 7 series. So I'm in Indianapolis the whole weekend, or I'm in. Well, I got to travel back and forth city to city, though, to see all 7 games.
All 7, yeah.
I'm going to the Final Four.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going to the Final Four.
Pretty easy. I'm college first for basketball, so I'm probably going Final Four as well.
Perfect.
All right, let's do one. How many more you got?
That's the first one we've all agreed on.
We've all agreed on, yeah.
Who is that? The 4th question?
Yeah, 4th, so I got one more.
All right.
When you were kids, would you rather go on an Easter egg hunt or trick-or-treating?
Oh.
Okay. That's a good one.
Trick-or-treating, because when I was a kid, there wasn't money and eggs and stuff. We didn't have a golden egg with like a bunch of money or anything.
Your parents didn't spoil you like our parents do nowadays.
Yeah, exactly.
They're a little harder.
Yeah.
They'd put a quarter in it.
No.
A quarter?
Maybe a penny. We should
$2
maybe
bill.
put pennies in now because they're going to be rare where they're not making them anymore.
That's
There's like a huge penny
Sell
shortage.
The copper, right?
Did any of y'all have grandma that would give you a $2 bill every time you got a
Yes,
birthday
I
card?
still have them
What?
because they're
Look at
rare.
you.
You save them.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
You still have every $2 bill you ever were given?
Well,
Or close?
I think I have probably 18 of them.
Except for the one that Andy took from your drawer.
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
She better not have gone and spent that.
Like, there's a lot of ways you could break this down. Halloweening, if you want to go and you want to do marathon night, you can get probably more candy.
Yeah.
But I think the rush and the thrill of just searching for I mean, everybody likes a scavenger hunt. Everybody likes a good hunt.
Yeah.
I think I will go hunt over knocking doors. And you have to get dressed up, and that seems like a pain in the butt on a Friday morning. So I am going to take Easter egg hunt.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's really not that close for me.
I think I'm wow. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm on Easter egg hunt. Halloween's fun, but it kind of fades as you grow out of our age 12. I think is when I stopped 11 or so, stopped trick or treating. So Easter kind of still morphs into maybe you don't get the big Easter basket or anything, but you'll get a nice shirt or something or whatever. So I like Easter, I think, better, and the Easter egg hunt. So I'm going to go Easter egg hunt.
I swear I saw you in my neighborhood trick-or-treating last year. I don't believe you stopped when you were 11.
That's right. I stopped.
He had the blow-up T-Rex costume going door to
I was
door.
hiding under that. Yes.
He's like, hey, Terry,
So all they
let
could
me
see was his big-
let me take Sammy trick-or-treating.
Yeah,
and he
I know.
steals the
That's right.
pillowcase
Took
off
all
his
of her
bed.
candy.
That's right.
And he's trying to fill up his pillowcase from his house.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Love
Nice.
it. What about you, McCoy?
I think I'm going Halloween because I don't have to work for the candy. You just show up and they just give it to you.
Okay.
That's one way
I'm
to
with
look at
McCoy.
it.
Yeah.
That's one way to look at it. Well, we got to get to a break. It's The Drive on the Fan Sports Network. welcome back, everybody. Paul, how you doing over there?
I'm good, baby.
I love it.
Fiery Friday.
Absolutely. Fiery Easter Friday here on the Fan Sports Network. Show today brought to you by our friends at Game Day Men's Health. Game Day Men's Health standing by to help all you guys out there look and feel and perform your best. If you're looking to reclaim your game, you go get your free T-test. If you're looking to do a transformation and become a member at Game Day Men's Health, they're going to hook you up with some complimentary vitamin injections. So you want to call over there. You want to book your appointment. GameDayMen'sHealth.com/St. George. They got some April savings on vitamin shots. And if you want to book your appointment today, tell them Devin Dixon on the Fan Sports Network told you to stop on by. And again, in April for a limited time with any consult. So if you make an appointment, you're going to get a free vitamin injection. Call for your appointments, 435-265-4223. That's 435-265-4223. You can even send them a text right now and say, hey, when can you fit me in? They'll get right back to you and get you on the calendar. 435-265-4223. Game Day Men's Health. Reclaim
your game.
Thank you, Paulie.
Yeah.
Final Four this weekend. We're revving it up. We've got, oh my goodness, Indianapolis buzzing with Big Ten fans. And then you've got UConn and Hurley, Arizona and Tommy Lloyd. A lot of smoke around Tommy Lloyd and the Tar Heels right now. And I think the Tar Heels probably would love Tommy Lloyd to come out there to North Carolina.
Yeah.
He's focusing on trying to win a natty, though.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, myself included, picked them in my bracket. So I had two legs in my Final Four still alive. I have Arizona and I had Illinois. I had Iowa State and I had Duke, so I missed out on those two. Obviously, Duke should have won, but didn't on the game winner buzzer beater.
Won. All right. Haven't you been in this long enough that you shouldn't say should have won?
Well, when you're up 15 at halftime, I think you should probably hold on.
19, wasn't it?
Oh, my gosh.
Or no, they were up 19
They were up 19 at one point. That was the largest lead of the game.
Yes,
yeah. I mean, I thought they were going to win. I don't think I stuttered. Tara, did I stutter?
You didn't stutter,
okay.
no.
Oh, man.
Okay.
I didn't know we gave out participation trophies for Duke.
No, those are for people that pick Florida in their bracket.
Okay.
Yeah, those are for people that pick Florida.
Well,
did you or did you not pick Florida?
I did. But did you or did you not bet me on UConn and lose?
Yes, I took Duke head-to-head with you.
There you go.
That is a fact.
There we go.
That is a fact.
That's all I needed.
At least I have two of my four legs in my Final Four.
You're not going to win, though. So that's if you're in second, you're last.
Wow.
So, yeah,
wow.
You're not going to win.
We're not going to win.
You're not.
Why is it you versus me?
Because you talked about my bracket. You said Florida lost. You brought it into
out.
it.
You're not even in it.
I never said I was.
I know. This is why Paulie and I love doing the show together, because we hardly ever disagree on anything. I mean, you're kind of spoiling. This is our big picks segment. You're kind of spoiling the picks.
Okay.
You're kind of spoiling the picks. Tara, give me some Final Four music here. Let's get to some picks. Let's break these games down. Paulie, I'll let you start. Go ahead. Which game do you want to start with?
Just for reference here, you're not going to come close to winning the Office or the Fan Sports Network one. So just because you took Arizona doesn't really mean much. I took Florida and I lost, but you'll lose too. So second place is.
If Arizona wins the title, I'll be top 7 or 8 in the Office pool.
That's fine. Top 7 or 8, a fine finish.
Top 20 or well, it'll be better than your finish.
Okay.
Which is a not fine finish for prediction, Paulie, again this year.
Yeah.
Which game, like I said, do you want to start with?
We'll start with the one you're going to take the L in. We'll go Michigan, Arizona to start.
All right. Why? Okay, Paul. Hey, let's get the picks. Paulie is taking Michigan. Let's just get it out there. Let's just make this very, very clear.
I'm taking Michigan.
Can we have some reasoning why you are sky high on Michigan?
Absolutely. Dusty May is doing a fine job with this team, better than a fine job. Yaxel Lindenborg, one of the best players in this tournament, probably the best college player in this tournament remaining.
I said that the other day.
Yeah, I think
you
agree with me.
You didn't even agree with me. Now you're stating it?
Yeah, I'm saying it. So it's.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, I'm saying it. averaging 15.2 points per game, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. This guy does it all.
In the tournament, he's averaging 25.
Yeah, I'm talking about season average. So 30.4 minutes a game. This guy never comes off the court in the tournament, probably why his scoring's up. So I think Michigan, combined with Cadeau and some of their other players, Cadeau had a little sickness, but he's going to play. So I think Michigan, with their 35-3 record and probably one of the best teams all year, much like Arizona, but I just think they're playing better right now. I'm going Michigan.
Michigan has an elite front court, but the Wolverines still may not own the battle on the glass. Arizona is a rebounding machine this season, especially in the tournament. Wildcats dominated Purdue on the glass, 37-29. 4 different players pulled down 6 or more boards. They out-rebounded Arkansas. And against Utah State, they won the rebounding battle 45-23.
Yeah.
45-23, the rebounding battle. Okay? Yep. So you got to look at that as being something that you figure Arizona is going to win. That's point one. Okay? Michigan had a scare Wednesday. Their point guard, Cadeau, suffered an allergic reaction before they traveled to Indianapolis.
I said that.
Got ill with something he ate. So that is a variable. I will give you that. Okay. I do think Michigan has an advantage with the 3-point shooting. Unless Burries or Bradley or somebody gets hot, I think Michigan is the better 3-point shooting team in this one. It is true, though, in the Wolverines' 3 losses this year, all had cold shooting nights from behind the arc. And on the contrary, other teams got hot from the arc. So when they've lost, the 3-point line did them in. Yeah. When they lost to Wisconsin,
Duke,
Wisconsin hit 15 3-pointers in that game.
And you're not going to beat many teams when someone hits 15 threes against you. So, I mean, I think that's an anomaly, not a constant.
They lost to Duke, Purdue, and Wisconsin.
Yeah.
In those games, Michigan shot a combined 13 of 49. That's 26% from the 3-point line.
When another team hits 15 threes against you, it doesn't matter if you shoot 40%. You're probably going to lose. So that's just a great night for Wisconsin. I think Michigan's going to be fine. They're going to shoot well in this game. They're going to acclimate well to the Indianapolis depth perceptions. They're the number 1 rated offense in KenPom. Offensive rating number 1. So I'm not worried about Michigan being able to score on Arizona.
In a season defined by freshmen, great freshmen across the country, Arizona is going to get 40-plus points from the freshman trio of Braden Burries, Koa Pede, and Karchinkov, who combined to average right there almost around 40, 15, and almost 8 assists per game. They've been consistently good all year. Arizona's going to hit some outside shots, and Jaden Bradley is going to win his head-to-head matchup with Elliot Cadeau, and Arizona is going to win 80-75. Arizona will go to the national championship. Mark my words.
Okay. They're marked.
Jump over to the other game. Illinois. I mean, man, I get no credit for having Illinois in my Final Four.
No, I give you credit.
I mean,
except for they boned me, so it pisses me off. But
yeah,
I'll give you credit for that one.
Yeah, I mean, UConn. I really could have won the pool if UConn would have not made that shot.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
UConn boned me.
yeah.
And I've never been a big Dan Hurley guy, and I know there's a contingent of people that feel just like me about his annoying, whiny.
There's
nature.
A lot of people that feel that way about Duke, though. So.
You do.
No, I mean,
like
Duke's one of the most hated brands in all of college
you hate
basketball.
Duke.
I hate Duke, yes.
Yeah, I know.
And you hate Hurley, apparently.
But I don't hate UConn. I don't even hate Hurley. Hate is a strong word. I never say that word. Very rarely do I say that word. I tell my kids that all the time. I just don't like his whiny nature. I don't like his demeanor. He comes off as pompous to me. He's not likable. He's just not likable to me.
Was Bob Knight likable?
No.
Was
Jerry
Mike Krzyzewski likable?
Yes.
You like Krzyzewski?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I did like Coach K. Yes.
All right.
There is likable coaches, and then there are good coaches that are just not very likable.
Yeah.
There's some that just drive you nuts.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I'm not saying I love Hurley's sideline demeanor, but if he wins 3 out of 4 championships in the next 4 years, then he is going to be a part of the pantheon of coaches that probably not many other than Krzyzewski, Dean Smith, John Wooden. Those are the names that he's going to be mentioned with if he wins another national championship. So 3 and 4 years is something that is not rarely done in this era of college basketball.
Okay, let's break this game down a little bit. UConn really good, been here before, blue blood program. I mean, what Hurley has accomplished does get commended. I'm not going to take away anything from the accomplishments just because I don't like his demeanor on the sideline.
Yeah.
When you preview this game, what do you see, Paulie?
Illinois and Boswell, he kind of is the tempo setter for him, the guard. He's really good and been playing well this tournament, but it's really these Eastern Europeans that for Illinois, Mirkovic and all these Balkan players, they're just destroying the tournament. So
they've had an easier path, though.
Yeah,
because Florida got knocked out. They had some upsets. That bracket was wild. They've had an easier path than a UConn has.
Yeah, they've had an easier path for sure, but now they're pushed up against it. Now they're playing one of the blue bloods of the sport. They're playing one of the best coaches in the game. And Brad Underwood is the big variable for me here. Is he going to be coaching head-to-head with Hurley, substitution for substitution, tactician for tactician? I want to see how Brad Underwood matches up in the coaches matchup against Dan Hurley, who is lauded, like him or not, as one of the best X's and O's guys in the country.
A lot of people have UConn.
Yeah, I've got UConn
going to the championship game.
I'm taking UConn.
So. Yeah.
And look, we
got a UConn fan somewhere I know. Name starts with an L.
Yes. Say what you want about Danny Hurley. He is annoyingly clutch.
Yeah, he is.
Like, they have all got the clutch gene, and the Hurley family and at UConn. And so, look, it's going to be really interesting to see. A lot of the big-name prognosticators are taking UConn to turn back Illinois.
Yeah.
I am going against the grain in both of the games. I am going with both underdogs.
All right.
I am taking Arizona, and I am taking Illinois, and I'm taking Stojakovic game winner 75-73.
Wow.
Okay.
Illinois gets the victory. And I know everybody wants to know if Hurley's coaching prowess can be enough to carry UConn past Illinois, and the knee-jerk reaction may be to say yes. I say no. I say no.
Okay.
But look, even as a 4 seed back in 2023, they can do it. It doesn't matter what seed they are. This year they happen to be a 2 seed. It doesn't matter what they're ranked in the polls. When it comes tournament time under Dan Hurley, this team has been absolutely 100% clutch.
Yep.
Clutch. But I mean, just like Indiana in college football, I'm kind of rooting for a team that we don't see make a Final Four very often. What was it, 2000, 2001, the last time Illinois had a team this good?
2005.
2005.
Yeah,
so you got to go back.
North Carolina.
Darren Williams was on that team.
D. Brown,
Boston Celtic on that team. So you had a couple NBA players for Illinois, but that's been 20 years ago.
Yeah, it's a long time.
So I kind of find myself rooting for the underdog story in this, which I think is the Fighting Illini. And they are 1.5 point underdogs in this game.
Not long underdogs by any means, but by the books, the underdog. I'm going UConn. Caravan has been here, done that. I feel like he'll be kind of the peacemaker out there if things go awry for UConn like he was. And this Mullins kid, I mean, he was 1 for 5 his last game, hit the game winner. He's not going to go 1 for 5 again. I think he's going to be much better shooting game for him. Silas Demery, a good player as well, leading the way for the UConn Huskies at the point. I think they just got too much talent. I know I was just talking about the Eastern Europeans for Illinois, Stojakovic, Mirkovic, all these guys, but give me UConn.
One of the things that's going to be really interesting is Terrace Reed versus that Illinois front line.
Yeah.
And one of the strengths of Illinois is that front line.
Yeah, they got some big guys.
Block of David Mirkovic.
Yes, that's right.
Ivicic. Ivicic is a dominant force in the tournament.
Yeah, they got a lot of
that
big fellas.
length that trio provides with those Balkan block party. I mean, that's going to be a test for the big man from UConn, Terrace Reed Jr., who's been probably the Huskies' most consistent player in the NCAA tournament.
Alive in the last
He's
game.
averaging 21.8 and 13.5 rebounds in the tournament and shooting 60% from the floor.
He's been a terror out there.
So if he gets into foul trouble with the size of Illinois, that makes life a little bit harder for UConn, which has been out-rebounded in both of the last 2 NCAA tournament games. Granted, they played Duke. Granted, they played Michigan State. Keaton Wagler, how have we not talked about this kid?
Yeah.
I mean, the most impactful future star, I think the highest NBA draft pick of anybody on the floor in this game is going to be Keaton Wagler, the fantastic freshman for the Fighting Illini.
He is. He's going to be the highest picked player in this NBA draft of this game for sure.
I mean, and Underwood gets credit. This was an under-recruited point guard that's turned into a potential lottery pick, Paulie.
Yeah.
Brad Underwood got to get some credit for this.
Who you got
for
this game? UConn, Illinois.
I want UConn, yeah.
No, but who you're taking them?
I'm going to take them.
All right.
I'm not going to put any bad juju out there because I want UConn to win. So
you don't.
I'm not going to bet against them.
You don't want to spike the football yet. You want to make sure it goes through first.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm going to.
This team is loaded with good, strong perimeter defenders. UConn has them, so Wagler's going to have to play well. And we've seen his assist numbers dip. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I got Illinois and I got Arizona. Paul, the exact opposite of me.
Yes.
All right, you guys get out and have some fun. Join us for the Finley Auto Easter egg hunt tomorrow, 10 a.m. Have a good weekend, everybody. Enjoy your Easter.